CBS News national security correspondent David Martin joins me now with more from the Pentagon. David, you just got out of a briefing with Defense Secretary Esper and Joint Chiefs of Staff Chair Milley. What can you tell us?
Well, they gave us the latest details on this attack, so I'll just run through those very quickly. They say the missiles, there were 16 in all. They were launched from 3 locations inside Iran. 11 of the missiles landed at Al-Assad Air Base. 1 landed at Erbil, farther north, and 4 failed. But beyond those details, I think the most interesting thing was that both Esper and Milley were asked about this line of reasoning that's been going around that the Iranians were aiming to miss, that they were just trying to land some explosives inside a base without killing anybody so that they could say they had retaliated for the killing of Soleimani without drawing a U.S. military response. General Milley said it's his professional opinion that these missiles, which hit taxiways, parking lots, a helicopter in one case, were intended to kill people. So he is not buying the theory that Iran was just aiming to miss. And he attributes the fact that nobody was killed to the early warning that the troops at those bases had. They were able to take shelter and be safe from the attacks. They also, I thought, cleared up one other story that's been going around, which is that the Iraqi prime minister got a phone call from the Iranians on the night of the attack telling them the attack was imminent and that he passed that heads up along to the Americans. So in other words, the Iranians were telegraphing their punches, giving everybody time to take shelter. And General Milley said that was the first he'd heard of that. And Secretary of Defense Esper said it was the other way around. The U.S. warned Iraq when its intelligence system started to detect the preparations for a launch. And I guess one other final point that they made, this ain't over. General Milley said that they fully expect these Iranian-backed militias inside inside Iraq, which are trained, supported, and sometimes directed from Iran. He expects those militias will continue attacking American troops inside Iraq and other U.S. installations in places like Lebanon.
A lot of new information to unpack there, David, but I want to take a step back for a moment. We heard President Trump say that the United States is still evaluating its options after last night's strike. What specifically could they be looking at?
Well, I think basically what he's saying is that they want to see the Iranian reaction to what they've done. He said in his speech, Iran is standing down. But then, of course, his speech will have an effect on Iran, too, because nobody in the world was listening more closely to that speech than the Iranians. So now that he's delivered that speech, the U.S. is going to be watching for further reactions from Iran. And I think that's what he meant when he said evaluating their options. Secretary Esper just said here a minute ago that they're taking it day by day. And when he was asked, well, how about how much longer before you start bringing all these reinforcements that you sent, like the brigade from the 82nd Airborne, back home? And he said that's not even on the table yet.
All right, David Martin with the new information at the Pentagon for us. David, thank you.